Hey guys, how's it going? It's Domshaw11 here, and welcome to episode number 2 of the Call of Duty Zombies entire storyline series. Now, last time we were talking about Mob of the Dead and all the characters from there. Now we're going to go to the main story, which you're probably more familiar with, where we're talking about Maxis and Richtofen and introducing the teleporters. So here we go, we'll start right from the beginning. Dr. Ludwig Maxis, the leader of Group 935, and Group 935 itself, were tasked with creating an army of super soldiers and new technology for the German government. In his experiments, Maxis used element 115 supplied from a meteorite in the Pacific to make more zombies. The zombies, however, couldn't be controlled and would always be killed when they went berserk. While this was going on, Maxis' senior assistant, Dr. Edward Richtofen, was testing element 115 on living test subjects to create his super soldiers at a Siberian facility, or as we know it, called the Dead. In his experiments, Richtofen used Takeo Masaki, Nikolai Belensky, and an unknown Mexican. When Richtofen accidentally killed the Mexican, he replaced him with Tank Dempsey. Dempsey was the leader of the Marine recon team that was sent to rescue Dr. Peter McCain, an OSS spy sent to infiltrate Group 935. The recon team had to traverse from a German airfield and find McCain in this Wittenau sanatorium in Berlin. The team was killed by zombies and Dempsey was the only survivor on the mission. He was then captured and tested upon by Richtofen and Maxis as a replacement for the Mexican. After Dempsey's attempted infiltration, Peter McCain and all the other American members of Group 935 were killed to avoid any chance of spies. The testing affected each of the subjects' minds, making Dempsey extremely aggressive, quieting Takeo into only reciting Japanese proverbs, and making Nikolai functionless without vodka. It also had the same effect of erasing their recent memories, making them forget how Richtofen captured them and what he did to them. Maxis also invented 115 powered teleporters, but they would always destroy anything that was sent through them. All of these experiments were done with his assistant, Dr. Richtofen. Without Maxis, Richtofen and another Group 935 member, Dr. Schuster, would complete the first successful teleportation with a walnut using a very small amount of element 115. When Maxis found out about this, he criticised Richtofen for not working on his project and that teleporting a walnut was not a big deal. Maxis then told Richtofen that he was going to make a deal with the Nazi Party for money and equipment in exchange for weapons. These new weapons Group 935 created were also powered by element 115. Maxis promised to mass produce the Wunderwaffe DG2 to his superiors, but his growing infatuation with Sophia slowed his progress and infuriated Richtofen. He was secretly plotting to overthrow him and take control of Group 935. Richtofen continued his teleporter test with Schuster behind Maxis' back. Richtofen was the first human test subject and was first sent to the MPD on the moon, which he believed to be of alien origin. When he touched it, he felt static and started hearing whispering. He was then teleported to a jungle. Dr. Schuster got worried and planned to scrap the teleporter with Richtofen had been gone only a few days, but he returned and Schuster was talking about and told him that his work to be done. Richtofen sounded much crazier and Schuster noticed this change. Dr. Schuster and another Group 935 scientist, Dr. Groff, were stationed at the moon on Griffin Station and were trying to figure out how to work the MPD. When Schuster killed a rat, its soul was absorbed by a glass vial protruding from the machine. The pair then proceeded to kill many people until the device was filled with souls. The bodies were left on the moon, leaving them exposed to zombification. When they finished, they contracted Richtofen, who then told them that they're finally going to get rid of Maxis, indicating that the two scientists were aware of his scheme. Unbeknownst to Maxis, Richtofen had already mastered teleportation while Maxis was still trying to master it. Maxis was getting frustrated that he could not send a subject to the mainframe and so used his daughter Samantha's dog, Fluffy, as a test subject, but once again failed. The dog was teleported, but instead of being destroyed like the past test subject, she was zombified, which meant that was the first Hellhound. When Samantha came running in and started questioning her father about what happened to her dog, Maxis tries to stop her and get out of the room. Richtofen then followed through with his previously planned betrayal by locking Maxis and his daughter in the room with the Hellhound. He then activated the teleporter, which he thought killed Samantha and Maxis. Little did Richtofen know that Maxis' teleporter actually worked and sent Samantha to the moon base. In her fear, she ran into the MPD and became the one who controlled the zombies. When Richtofen was informed of what had occurred, he warned the pair of scientists about the Hellhound and then told them to find a way to get Maxis. When Maxis was found, they let him approach his daughter and calm her down. After apologising for his actions, Maxis told Samantha to kill all of the Group 935 members for betraying him, and he was subsequently shot. Being near the MPD when killed allowed Maxis' soul to be captured by it and sent into the ether, or whatever the void device connects to. Samantha then proceeded to fulfill her father's quest by unleashing the zombies. Now, that's what we're going to do for this episode, guys. I hope you did enjoy that. So that was all about the Hellhound, the teleporters, and Richtofen's betrayal to Maxis and Samantha. If you did enjoy the video, guys, then make sure to smack the like button, and if you haven't done so already, then subscribe to the next part of the entire zombie storyline, and leave your thoughts in the comments. Are you enjoying the series? And I will see you guys next time.